As the Gaddafi regime falls, one of the big questions is what happens now to one of Libya's biggest assets, its oil. Libya supplied about 2% of the world's oil until civil war broke out in February, bringing production to a virtual halt. Before the war started, Libya was producing about 1.6 million barrels of oil a day, and it has one of the largest reserves in Africa with about 46 million barrels of oil in its reserves. It exports most of its oil, and its biggest customers are in Europe. Italy gets about 28% of its oil from Libya. France is its second biggest customer. While Europe will feel a bigger impact than the U.S. since the U.S. doesn't use Libyan crude oil, one energy analyst says drivers everywhere could wind up paying less at the pump.
It will have an impact on worldwide gasoline prices, and that will end up helping U.S. consumers by about 4 to 6 cents a gallon, I predict, over the next month or two.
That timetable is up for debate. What's unknown is how much damage has been done to refineries, pipelines, and oil wells. And then there's the political question.
If you don't have a stable security environment in Libya, if you have the sense that you're looking at a protracted political and security power vacuum, Western companies are going to be reluctant to go back in.
There are predictions it could take 18 months to 3 years for Libya to restore its oil production to full capacity. But analyst Peter Butel doesn't see Western countries allowing that to happen.
Here's an opportunity for them to help a struggling democracy stand on its own 2 feet. If that means every single oil expert from Texas to Rotterdam is suddenly on a plane to Libya to get their oil up and running, I think there's a chance that that could happen.
Now, some of the U.S. energy companies that were in Libya and had to leave said they have no timetable on when they would send personnel back into the country. One company, though, Marathon Oil, told us today that it's had preliminary talks with the National Transitional Council about coming up with a working plan to restore production when the situation stabilizes.